Welcome to the Student Tips on Taking the California Spanish Assessment, or CSA, Speaking Questions video, sponsored by the California Department of Education.
Hi, my name is Drew, and I'm here to tell you about the CSA. This spring, you're going to have the chance to show what you know in Spanish language arts through the CSA. The CSA includes speaking items mixed in with the listening items. To respond to the speaking items, you will need to record your responses in the student interface. Here are some tips you can use so you can be successful on the speaking part of the CSA. There will be two types of questions where you will need to record your response. For these questions, you will need headphones or a headset with a microphone. When you are prompted to respond to a speaking item, you're going to read the question or prompt on the screen. The question will let you know what information you need to listen for in the passage. Make sure you read the question carefully so that you understand what it's asking you. After you read the question, you'll be listening to a passage. There are all kinds of engaging topics you'll get to hear about. It's best to take notes on the scratch paper you'll be given because you'll be able to use your notes when you record your response. And if you forget a piece of information from the passage, remember, you can listen to the passage again. Okay, so once you read the question and listen to the passage, you're ready to record your response. Here's how it works. You're going to see a microphone on your screen under the question. That's the button you're going to click on to record your response. Now, I know it's going to seem unusual to talk during a test, because usually you don't say your responses aloud during a test. However, this part of the CSA is speaking, so you're going to be speaking aloud to give your response. It's very important that you speak clearly so your microphone can capture what you're saying. If the microphone doesn't pick up your voice because you're whispering, your response may not be given a score. Another type of question you will see on the CSA is a standalone. It's called this because there is only a question you need to answer and it is not connected to a passage. Remember, you can also take notes on the scratch paper provided for standalone questions. Make sure to take the time to listen to your recorded response before you go on to the next question. If you're not happy with your response and want to change it, no problem. You can re-record your response until you're happy with it and are ready to move on. If you want to practice before the day of your test, you can take the CSA training test or practice test by going to the CAASPP and ELPAC website. Both of those tests are a great way for you to get an idea of the type of questions that will be asked on the CSA, and you can practice the speaking test questions before you take the real test. Okay, let's do a recap of my tips. Tip number 1, read the questions carefully. It helps to know what to listen for before listening to a passage. Tip number 2, don't whisper when you record your response. Speak clearly into the computer microphone or the headset microphone so it can pick up your response. Tip number 3, use the scratch paper you were provided to take notes while listening to the passage, which can be used as a reference while recording your response. Tip number 4, listen to your recorded response so you can decide if you're happy with it or want to re-record it. Tip number 5, use the training or practice tests before you take the real test. This will give you the chance to be as prepared as possible on the actual test day. Try your very best. You've got this. Mucha suerte. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you for watching this Student Tips for Taking the CSA Speaking Questions video. For more information about the CSA, please visit the CAASPP and ELPAC website at caaspp-elpac.org.